Hey y'all, hey. Hope everybody having a good day, a good night, a good night, a good day. I hope y'all having a great, amazing day. I am. I'm having a wonderful day. I had an amazing day today. I got some I'm looking at my door ring bell camera and they is setting it off. Look. They're just setting it off. What are they doing? They setting it off. They're setting my doorbell camera off right now, so you can see everything. Every movement, everything. That's cool. But it wasn't set off until tonight, rather. I don't know what they got going on. But anyways, hope y'all have an amazing day. I had an amazing day. My day was so amazing. It was really joyful. Um, so if y'all see me smiling a whole lot, I'm just smiling because when I have a great day, a great positive day, my daughter passed away. So some days I feel I had my outbursts of crying and, you know, it comes with the territory. But other than that, I have great days, but, she's part of me and she'll never be, I would never disconnect from her. I always, love her and she right in my face. So I gotta get a poster. I gotta get a frame for her. I've been missing her and Mother's Day coming and she always sing to me. She had the most beautifulest voice, but that's just part of life. I don't let her tear me down. I don't let because I told her if I died before her or if I left Earth before her, I would want her to stay positive. But she didn't want to take another parent dying, So I miss her so bad, y'all. I do, but I sing to my sunshine. That's my sunshine. I sing to her because we always sung to each other karaoke or whatever. That's my baby. I miss her. I can't believe she's gone, but reality kicks in some days and some days, I be, like a normal day, like she here, but she ain't called me, so I keep it positive in my mindset about, her. I don't try to let it wear me down, which I'm not. We know what's what and what ain't what, she was 30, so she didn't have kids, so I don't see how them parents can do it. I wouldn't say I wouldn't want to raise her child, but it's hard when you're mourning over your kid and then you got their kid. I applaud those parents that go through that. But anyways, let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. I came up with some solutions today because I'm very positive. I do not like negativity at all. A negativity done destroyed a lot of people, and a lot of people is diagnosed in the physical realm, but a lot of people don't understand the spiritual realm. I'm a spiritual being, so I follow the spirit. I see the physical, but the physical ain't where it's at. It's inside of you is where it's at. And the therapists will say CPD, MPD, PD, BPD, that borderline stuff. Okay, yeah, I should be all of that on a real. I should have all these disorders. I really should. I should be broken in half. I should be in a cuckoo bin. And what I mean by cuckoo bin, the mental health center where I just ain't in my right mind. And all the attacks that I went through, I should not have came back from half of them that I endured over the past 6 months. And I talk to a lot of people. I love people dearly and I understand people. And one of my commenters they had left, they were scared. This what got to me. I don't know how to paste copy and paste the comments up there. I'm gonna get there. I'm learning. I like to learn slow because I want to know things slowly. But they was scared because they was like they tired of hearing people down in narcs or down in toxic people. And they say they were shocked of, opening up my video. And I get it. I do get it. I do get it being in a toxic, dysfunctional family. I do get it being in a toxic relationship. I was toxic. You were toxic. We all were toxic. So I get it. Some just were severely bruised. I was severely bruised. But thanks to the Heavenly Father, He saved me. He did not drop me. He saved me. He saved me from all the heartache, all the trauma. He took my blinders off. And that's what I want to talk about. And a lot of people, I don't pat on the back. I don't pamper truth. I can't pamper truth because I had it harsh. My whole life I had it harsh. I'm not mad about that. I'm just giving y'all my story. I'm not mad about what I went through because I can't feel that anymore. I suppressed it so bad I don't have no feelings. I can talk about it, but at first, I had buried it so badly, I didn't want to talk about it. So, I thought that was behind me, but I didn't know that my trauma was meant for this very hour to let people, understand healing. And not everybody had a bad childhood. I'm not saying, oh, you had a bad parent. You might went out there and got connected to some peers because this baby right here, I try to give her the best of my knowledge to have a great life. But when her father died, she got hooked up with a man, as women do, and they introduced her to substance that she could not shake. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't understand the portals that she went down. I didn't understand her pain, even though she was a battle cat. She took up for herself. The streets didn't kill her. She killed herself. And I'm just sorry to put it that way, but I got to be very honest about everything. Because if you take fentanyl, and everybody know that fentanyl will swipe you off this earth, she cried a lot. I some days rewind what she talked about to me, and she was very open with me. I was always an understanding mom, even though I didn't understand the portals they went down, but I was an understanding mom. I didn't point the finger at them. I didn't, their pathway was their pathway. I was not a controlling mother. I'm not a controlling woman. I'm not a controlling person at all. I don't want control over nobody because I don't want nobody to have control over me. So I do treat my neighbor like I want to be treated. I have boundaries. I have very strict boundaries because when you allow people to come in your life, you got to let them be freely deceit. You got to let them be free. I'm sorry. Because then when you let somebody be free, you can really see a person for who they are. But when you try to force them and control them and manipulate them and intimidate them or bully them, people shuts down. Nobody can actually be themselves because you're bullying them. And some people don't know how to fight. Some people don't know how to speak out because all their life, and this is one I always talk about, CPD, childhood personal demons. And I'm flipping the physical into the spiritual realm because it's only unclean spirits that we have to face and we have to be clear from. And I always talk about self-differentiation, that you got to be different from your family. You got to shake off that upbringing. You got to get that out your system because we all were born to fail. We all was born to worship evil. Every one of us. If you ain't had a bad childhood, you might got out there in the world and you got some bad peers. My daughter was one of the ones that happened like that. Not every parent, again, is a bad parent, but if you came from a severe, and I'm not even gonna say parents, you might got some tough uncles, you might got some tough aunts, grandmom, granddaddy, cousins. It's somebody in that bloodline is toxic. And a lot of times them uncles, I never could stand when somebody say uncle. Man, don't even say that title to me because I notice a lot of brothers, they disrespect sister kids, or it's something about these men, like one of my commenters said, it's something about a woman in a surrounding with men. men got a tendency of taking that egotistic, prideful spirit and tend to bully people with it. You get what I'm saying? That's something that come from these poisonous bloodlines. And a lot of women, we are and I'm gonna say a woman, but I was never a weak woman as in like being bullied. I couldn't Nobody could ever bully me. Nobody could ever intimidate me. Nobody could ever control me. So I always had a problem when it came to men. Majority of my fights were men. I didn't fight too many females. Majority of my fights were men. And my childhood male friends, they be like, Siobhan, you remember you used to fight us real bad. Y'all used to pick with me real bad. But I didn't know that they actually had a crush on me. But they thought that they was gonna just push me around. I was never a push around. I couldn't handle it because I seen too much in my childhood. And as I was growing up, I didn't know that we had generational poisonous bloodlines. Satan attacks and he attacks and he attacks. Somebody in the bloodline sold somebody to somebody, and they're that bloodline. You like your daddy. And you hear people say it. I'm just like my daddy. I'm a pimp. Like, that's cute. That's not cute. Being a pimp ain't cute. Being a whoremonger ain't cute. Being adulterous, which a whoremonger is adulterous, a person that's married and playing single role. You get what I'm saying? Taking rings off and hiding the ring and getting it caught up. But I'm putting it this way. When we get in toxic relationships, we're blinded. And I tell everybody that we don't ever see everything. When I got into my relationships, I wasn't looking for love. I was just looking for company. I got music on, y'all, so I'm just listening to music. But truth be told, I wasn't looking for love. I was looking for company. I was looking for a boo thing, somebody that just in my presence. And I had to understand that because my whole childhood I was in survival mode. So when people say you're so independent, you don't want no help, it ain't that. I don't know. I don't know how to release myself to a man that I can trust. It ain't no man showed me yet that I can just submit, be easy. You can have my heart, and I know you ain't gonna toy with it. I haven't met that one yet. When I do meet that one, you see me rocking with him. I don't release my heart because I know how to love now. I just don't need somebody for company. I can always go get it on my own. Yes, I'm satisfied with being single, but then, some days I want a significant other, and I do want that significant other to come in my life and be that man, be that leader, to shut me down, like me submit to him. I do want that because I never had that. So that'll be very interesting to me as well as it to somebody else. But when I talk about these childhood personal demons, CPDs, it's a lot of people think they're crazy. You're not crazy. You're broken. These voices that people say they hear on a daily, it's just where they've been tormented in their childhood. A lot of people hear some horrible stuff from people that they think love them dearly. You're ugly, you're fat, you'll never be nothing, you're worthless, ain't nobody gonna love you, you'll never make it in life, you will never accomplish this. They say all kinds of horrible things to children. And when you hear this all your life, you're getting beatings that you don't even deserve. Like one of the sisters, I'm just giving an example, one of their sister or siblings get in trouble. Now everybody getting in trouble. That wasn't fair. And a lot of people came up that way. If my sister act up, I might that sister might be the favorite, so everybody got to get a beating. Back then it was a lot. People say it's dark now. It was dark back then, but the only thing about the darkness back when I was coming up, a lot of parents had their children afraid. A lot of mamas just left. They was abandoning kids. I was abandoned. My mom was born in the 50s and she abandoned me. My father was in the 50s. He abandoned me. But you can't say, well, this, a lot of people I notice tend to have opinions, but they're never standing on facts. A lot of people haven't been through much of nothing, but they're proclaim or profess like they've been through something, or they're agreeing. Yeah, yeah. I don't talk to people that don't know my experience. I can talk about my experience, But if they ain't never been through it, I can't relate and I can't resonate to them because they actually don't know how it feels. And a lot of people, they want to fit in and they'll do whatever it takes to fit in. Like, I had a bad childhood. My mom did this, my mom did that, and I'm looking at them like that's what you call bad? Your mom wouldn't give you what you asked for? That's what you call bad? I couldn't relate or resonate with that type of person. And I can't resonate with people that have not understood coming up in a brutal childhood where you're getting verbal abuse, you're getting physically abused, you're getting sexually abused, you're getting mentally abused, and you're definitely spiritually dead. And when you're spiritually dead, of course, Satan can come in and act like he's this angel of light through a soul because you can't see what's coming in. And none of us did. None of us seen it coming. And like I said, I was an angry female. My triggers was, if you trigger my wounds, now we got to fight. We got to duke it out. I don't care if you bust my teeth. I don't care if you bust my eyes. I don't care if you pull my hair out my head. I don't care what you do. But I had anger issues. They was like, you need anger management. I didn't need anger management. I was broken. And I used to tell them, I don't need no anger management. I'm broken. And y'all keep triggering my wounds. But I didn't say it that way. Now I can say it in a pleasant way. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm pleasant now. I can get ugly, but I choose not to open that side up unless somebody is attacking me for no apparent reason. And then I have to go and repent. I don't mind repenting. I don't mind taking accountability. I don't mind saying I'm sorry if I hurt you. But if I didn't hurt you, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. What am I apologizing for now? I'm taking your apology and I'm apologize for you to me. No, you're going to have to take your own accountability. I don't mind taking accountability, but you got to stop the voices. You're not crazy. And a lot of people can't come back from people that they looked up to. If you looked up to somebody that you love so dearly and they hurt you so severely within, how would you come up? You could come up just being happy go lucky. No, that's impossible because you don't know how to deal with what hurt you so severely that you loved it so dearly. Your mother, who would want to be distant or detached from their mother? What child don't want that motherly love? Tell me that. What child wouldn't want that compassion from their mother? What child wouldn't want that understanding, those cuddles, those hugs, that communication, that love from a mother or a father? What child wouldn't? You can't say, well, you okay. You don't know when somebody is okay. You don't know internally how they're feeling. Just because they look like they okay on the outside, don't mean that they're okay in the inside. That's where a lot of people, try to be MRIs or try to be X-rays on people's lives. You don't know. Everybody don't wear their masks the way they feel. Because if they did, it'd be a lot of sorrow in this land. You'll see a lot of ugly faces. But being as though we're spiritual, we can see within the person. And I don't try to be using, if I see something, I sit back and watch. I don't condemn because that's not a right for me to condemn. Jesus is for everybody. If you got a voice and you got flesh and you got a spirit, you can go to God on your own and let Him heal you. It's not my place to heal you. I can't save you. I didn't die for you. I'm still living, apparently. You feel what I'm saying? But then we go into MPD. And I changed up these little diagnoses from the physical world and I took them upon myself and made them into the spiritual world. MPD, I say no more personal demons. This is when you getting into clearing out these voices, understanding the mission of these voices. These people that hurt you severely were sent by Satan. These were agents. Your mama was an agent, your daddy was an agent, your grandfather, your grandmother, them old funky uncles and them old funky aunties. Now everybody ain't got bad on. I'm not a bad auntie. I love my nieces and nephews dearly. I'll go for war for my nieces and nephews, but you don't get these many aunts and uncles. They come a dime a dozen. They just don't come out the clear blue sky because a lot of damage came from a lot of uncles. And I looked at this TikTok video today, and this young lady was talking about how her cousin wanted her to give him a BJ. And if y'all know what that means, y'all understand what a BJ means. and she told his mama about it. Well, mama got mad and told her erase all that stuff. See, this stuff really goes on in life. People don't realize how mothers take up for their little dusty sons. And if a mother take up for her dusty son, then mama's dusty. Mama got a lot of hidden agendas. So you got to understand how it go in the spiritual realm. I wish one of my sons would be around here molesting on somebody or a family member or something. They going to jail by me. I'm going to put them in jail. You ain't got to worry about put them in jail. I'm going to put them in jail. My family know I will put the police on them. You ain't it's no respect to persons in my life, because it's sad how so many people are destroyed from family members. It's so many people is mentally gone due to family members of their brutal words, their brutal physical abuse, sexual abuse, and nobody want to talk about it because nobody want to hear it. And the ones that they run to, you can't run to somebody that's toxic too or unhealed, because guess what? They're gonna take it in their favor and flip it on you and drive you crazy with it. They might start molesting you. Who knows? You get what I'm saying? Because Satan used a lot of people for a long time to hurt each other. So we got to cleanse out this no more personal demons. No more. No more. You want to connect from your childhood. If you got to connect from your family, so be it. If nobody in your family want to take accountability, so be it. Get out there. Listen, I live right around my family, but I will not crawl back. All those attacks my family put on me, all that talk about me behind my back, all that smiling in my face, all that no support, non support, none of that. Did that stop me? No, it did not. Why would it? There wasn't no good when I was a child. You think I expect these people to be some good while I'm a grown adult? Manipulation is real. Manipulation is real when you don't understand the game. And when you don't understand the game, you won't understand the game called manipulation. And manipulation can come in all different types of forms and fashions. You got to sit back. That's why it's not good to be around a lot of people, and especially when you're broken, because it's only going to feed that ego, that pride. That pride is something serious. That spirit of pride, that spirit of pride won't let you take accountability. It'll make you think that you are it, you are God, you are king, you are queen, and no matter where your priorities at, that spirit will make you think you are queen or king. No, 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 no. And I said that in one of my videos. Narc, what I mean by narc, we always narcissistic in one way or the other until you get healing. Toxic people that is full blown. I mean, like, just ain't got no healing, ain't been to nobody therapy, ain't talked about what's going on, ain't been in nobody's prayer church. What, you don't go into churches right yet, y'all. It's too much going on in these churches. They trap houses. They got people brainwashed. This religion is a brainwash. Y'all listen to me. Go in your secret closet and talk to God. Read the word on your own. Ask God to give you the understanding. Don't go into churches right now. It's too many pimps and players up in that joint. But anyway, BP, borderline personality. That's what they call it in the therapist realm. I call it a better personality, to convert over into a better personality. You don't want a borderline personality. That means you're telling yourself you'll never be healed, you'll never get fixed. That's a lie. Because if that's the case, I would still be the same old crazy, deranged, bust down door kind of female. And eventually, if I kept going in that pathway, I probably would have been 6 feet under on some real stuff. Don't ever think that that prideful spirit make you think that you can beat the world. You're untouchable. Nothing can happen to you. You got to cut that spirit off. But BP, better personality. It's time to stash positive things in your own mind. Sometimes you got to be your own supporter. No matter what somebody else say, no matter what somebody else opinion is about you, you got to put up some spiritual walls. You got to clear out the noise, because you are worth a lot. You are special. You are marvelously made. You are unique in your own way. We're not the same. We're not the same for a reason. If everything was the same, how fun would that be? How interesting would that be if we all wore the same clothes? We all talked the same. We all moved the same. We all looked the same. We all was the same size. We all were the same colors. How? How fun would that be? That will be one born earth. I wouldn't even want to be on this earth because I don't want to be like somebody else. I want to be like me. And I love who I am. I love me in my own skin. I love who I am. I ain't getting no surgeries. If my stomach hang out, it hang out. If I got little flabby arms, I got a little bit. I'm going in the gym though because I got to get that. That's what I want to do. Not because somebody say, "Oh, Siobhan, you got a little hang time on your arms." No, 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 no. If you tell me that, then guess what? I'm gonna tell you what you hanging with. See, I can get real ugly in a good way. I can be sarcastic because people got a tendency of trying to stop you from feeling good. People got a tendency of blocking how you actually really feel. If you really feeling yourself, the world think there's something wrong with that. No, it's not. You're rare. You want to be rare. You want to be different. I don't care if you weigh 1,000 pounds. That's your skin. That's nobody else's skin. Ain't nobody got to walk around with that 1,000 pounds but you. So you got to get into loving yourself, not what other or getting validation from other people. How you think I should look? You think I should be a size 150? Guess what? They can get sick too. They can get thyroid, they can get diabetes, they can get high blood pressure, they can get cancer. It's no respect to persons. Y'all got to understand that. But when you got all these naysayers and these gainsayers and all these negative people, they're only unhealed people that have not went somewhere and did the work on their broken hearts. Basically, bottom line. But don't be sitting there letting somebody try to belittle you because they feel like they up here. No, you talking to Satan through that person, and you let that person know, listen, I don't know who told you that you were the greatest, but nobody did because evidently, if you sitting around here so prideful and so arrogant, you already know they got some demons on them. They unhealed. They're toxic because a positive person is going to love a person no matter what. I love everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you look. I don't care what color your skin is. Your skin ain't even what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that heart. I don't care if you got no teeth. I don't care if you got one tooth in the middle of your gum. That's your tooth. Brush it and be happy with it. It's yours. See, we got to get into loving us for who we are, not what other people say about you. You'll never get nowhere. And a lot of us broken. Well, I'm not broken. I don't care what nobody said. Oh, Siobhan, you wearing that? You look like a little girl. No, I don't. It's just my style. It's my fashion. You can say what you want, just don't come out the mouth wrong. Because I tell everybody when they be like, "What you wearing that?" I didn't see on my box, and I didn't see on that receipt, and I didn't see on my card that I purchased this with that I should be worrying about. It didn't say caution, worry about what people say when you wear this. When you buy your clothes, do it say caution, worry about what people say. If you want to dye your hair green, on that box, the directions say caution, check for allergies, make and giving you the proper way to do your hair dye or whatever. It do not say on that box, worry about what people feel about you. Never. Why would you worry about what somebody feel about you? You know why? Because growing up, that's all you heard was how people felt about you. You're ugly. Nobody will love you. You're fat. You're skinny. You ain't going to get this. You ain't going to proceed. You ain't going to prosper. You a failure. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I'm going to make myself something. And you are something regardless of what nobody say about you. That's why a lot of people got all this negativity in their head. Oh, they said, and you rewind it over and over and over and over. Now Satan is driving you crazy. You're not crazy, you're misunderstood, you're broken. And I'm going to help you heal. Regardless if somebody like me or not, I don't worry about how people feel anyways. They make me laugh because I know they're broken when they start talking. What I tell you, what defiles a man? His heart. So when he opened that mouth and you got all that ugliness coming out, guess what? He's broken. She's broken. Even they even condition their children to go in schools and bully other children because you know why? Them children and them bullies is getting bullied at home, probably by an uncle, by a grandfather. You know, the males and females are horrible, especially and them stepdads. Don't forget them step parents. Them step parents something different too. But I used to whip my step parents. I didn't care whenever they was in the house. Who you is? Who you supposed to be? You better go on. I ain't even know my own daddy. I ain't finna know you. I used to give him problems. And that's why I had a problem all my life. I ain't care. But anyway, PD. Now I got to put an N in the middle of this PD. Personality disorder. We're gonna switch that up. You're powerful and different. You ain't got no personality disorder. You're powerful and different. So when you go out here, and I got PD, they might think you're talking about a personality disorder. No, you're powerful and you're different. I need y'all to get into yourselves, love yourself. You don't need support. I don't have no support. I don't have no support but my spiritual team. That's the only one support me. Everybody else dropped me. Everybody else left me. Everybody else thought I was just a regular old female. Everybody did me like that. They didn't see me rocking in this. They didn't see me rocking in that. I don't have to rock in nothing. I'm a gym inside. I don't have to be a gym on the outside. I'm just a plain, simple woman. But what I got inside is dangerous. And it's dangerous because I hate Satan. I hate evil. It took my child. He really woke me up when he took my kid. He took something that I love so dearly from me. So now it's time to fight and fight now. He pushed me in my purpose. When he took my child, and then when my family attacked me, they thought I'm supposed to be down right now. And I'm supposed to be talking to y'all. That's that the mission was to keep me down, to keep me bound, to keep me on a low vibration. I can't be on no low vibration. I've been through too much. And I don't support lies. I support the truth. And a lot of people is going through the noise. The noise you hear. My mother said I was stupid. My mother said I was fat. Then I go over there to my grandmother's house, and then my grandmother said I'm worthless. My mother leave me on my grandmother, and she leave me on another demon with another demon. My grandfather, my cousins, my auntie, my uncle. It ain't nowhere around it. So you hear all of this noise, and you build this Pandora box, and it flows out with darkness, darkness, darkness. So all you know is bitterness, hatefulness, anger. Have a defense mechanism. You're defensive. You're passive aggressive. You're picking up all these traits because Satan know he can use you because you're vulnerable. He used all of us. We all been vulnerable in one way or another. So then when we get into these relationships, we're not looking for love because we actually don't know what love is. I wasn't ever told I love you. And when I was said, I'd be like, oh, do they think I really love them? Now I do love. Now, if I say I love y'all, I do love y'all now because I know what love is. God is love. But before, I didn't know what love was. I told my kids I loved them because I was in love with my kids. Bad. But I couldn't tell another being if we did say we love each other, I'd be like, we playing, right? Or if I did said I miss you, I don't think I ever said I miss you to a man, but one man. But other than that, I never told a man I missed him. I told my kids. Of course, they make me laugh. They make me smile. But I never actually told a man I missed him. But one guy I did. I did tell one guy, but I really meant that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to pack it up. You know what I'm saying? I have to pack up. I can easily detach too. Just as well as I can flood you with love, I can detach. Because if I can't love you properly, I don't want to love you at all. It's nothing on. It's all or nothing in my world. I don't want to half step. I'm not going 25% it. I'm not going 35. If we are committed, I'm not 25% anything. I'm not 50%. I'm all in. But you just can't be all in when you can't see what you're going into, and that's the problem for a lot of people. You go by diagnosis. It's a lot of children that got mental health checks. I done seen it. I done been around a lot. Parents make their kids crazy because they don't have the patience. They don't have the experience. They thought just by getting a check they can make living easy. All they gotta do is dope the children up with all these pills. That disease. I might be saying. I know I'm gonna say it wrong. ADHD. I might not say it wrong. I'm closing my eyes, y'all. I'm trying to figure out this word in my head. I think it's ADHD, where the child is so hyper, whatever. Y'all taking these sicknesses for the wrong thing. Autism, Autism is not a disease or dysfunction. The child is super smart, that their minds is going super fast. They geniuses. They need that high tech puzzle stuff. But being as though nobody did any experience on it, nobody sat down and took the time. All they're seeing that these kids is just paychecks. So now you're gonna just get these kids over to the system, feed these kids a whole lot of pills, and drug these kids up. So when they get older, guess what? Now you don't got them on some drugs because you don't have the patience, you don't have the time, and you don't have the ability to learn what God had given you as a gift. I've seen too much of it. And I just sit back and observe, and always have observed and looked at things from the real deep root, not on the surface. I never play on top of the world. I got to dive deep under the surface because I want to know the real root of it. And a lot of children has been abused, misused, mishandled, misunderstood because the parents ain't have enough patience. The parents don't have enough experience. The parents don't have love within. So a lot of children has been destroyed because now mama don't understand what to do with this kid. And some parents don't even want their children. They'll give them up for adoption. That child handicapped. I'm ashamed. They got a disorder. I would never be ashamed. I don't care if my kids came out with one hand. That's my kid. And I'm not gonna look down on my kid. I'm gonna embrace my kid. If I ain't care if my kid came out with one eye, that's my kid. It ain't nobody gonna stop me from loving my kid. If God gave me a kid that was disabled where they don't have no movement, they're paralyzed, that's my kid. I'm gonna take time to love my kid. I'm not gonna destroy my kid. I'm not gonna hand my kid over to the system. And a lot of kids are destroyed because a lot of parents don't have the patience. Actually, you didn't tend to get pregnant. But you did tend to get pregnant because you went in raw. You let the man go in raw, press a stick raw, get into this oven, bake me. Now you coming out with a yeast roll. You looking like I'm pregnant. I don't know. You do know. You do know. If you went in that bedroom and that lust was that deep, and you know that man gonna shoot out, pew, you don't think a kid was coming? I didn't know I could get pregnant. That's the oldest excuse in the book. You did know you can get pregnant. You would have never got pregnant. If you didn't want no kid, you're going to automatically have that condom on the side. You're going to automatically be like, listen, I can't get pregnant. What we going to do? If you have sex, anything can happen. Hole can be in the plastic. Anything can happen. There's all kinds of traps. You're taking a risk when you go in this bedroom. And it's because we were taught sex is the way to the man's heart. It's not to get you killed. A lot of men can't handle it. And a lot of women can't handle it, as we see on an everyday basis. Woman talking about, I gave him sex, he left me. Of course he did. Why you give it up so quickly? That went for me too if I gave it up quickly. Why would I be crying about it? I knew what I gave up. I knew I went in wrong. Why I'm going to catch feelings? You don't never catch feelings. And if you do catch feelings because you've been broken to think that her can rule the world. She can't rule nothing. You're going to make her so sick, she ain't going to be able to rule. He ain't going to be so sick, he ain't going to be able to rule. That go for me too when I was out there in the world. It's the same thing I said to myself. I had to be corrected too. And I'm talking about me as well when I talk about this stuff. But when I got pregnant, I wanted my kids. Every one of them I wanted. I wanted my boys and I wanted my daughter. And I got what I asked for. And I loved them forever until my daughter left me. Woo. But it is what it is. God know what he did. I prayed for it. If she couldn't come out, take her. But it do hurt. But at the end of the day, I'm at peace. I don't have to worry about her running and Satan running her all through the road. But I stuck with her until the end. I didn't leave her. Oh, you on drugs? I don't want fool with you no more. Why would I tell my daughter that? Never. The last day she passed away, we always did a 3-day. If you ain't called me in 3 days, I'm gonna come find you. I'm gonna get somebody to go down there and find you. She already knew that, but she knew how strong I felt about her. I loved her. and you're supposed to love your children. Now, the ones that abandon their kids, guess what? You need to go repent. You need to take accountability. Do not die in pride. Please don't die in pride. Don't flip over to the other side and you died in pride because Satan got you so imprisoned. Imprisoned. You don't have to be incarcerated to be locked up. A lot of you locked up here because you're still bitter. You're still holding on to somebody that did you wrong. No, go back to your CPD, your childhood personal demons. What did you manifest as you was growing? Unc might have hurt you. You couldn't tell mama because mama gonna believe unc over you. Auntie might have hurt you. How you think half of these people is same sex? You think these people just was born that way? No, 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 no. No, somebody had to introduce them sexually. Some people don't even want to be touched. Some people are ruined because they don't know how to get unruined. What I've been through in my life, I'm not letting them people hurt me. They can't hurt me no more. They can see my face if they still living. And I'll be like, you remember me? You remember when I was 11 years old? You remember when I was 10 years old? You remember? Oh, yeah, I'm bold with it now. I'm crazy with it. But do you remember? You thought I wasn't going to grow up? You didn't think I was going to get in my right mind and understand the mission? See, a lot of them didn't think you was going to grow up and remember. They're just going on with their life and destroying other people. No, you got to stop it. And we're here. I'm here. I believe it. I can tell if you're lying to me or not, but I can believe you because I'm telling you some things went on in these houses that they try to say, keep it in the family. What family? I'm not keeping nothing in the family. And you are miserable to tell me keep it in the family. Now I'm going to expose you. That's how you got to expose evil. I don't care who it is, so you can be set free from here. You won't go around and say, I don't want to be with another man in my life. Man, all these beautiful men out, all these handsome men out here. You talking about you don't want one? Because you let one man or one title damage you? No, sir. No, sir. I never put a man in a category with the men that hurt me. Never. And I ain't gonna never let nobody stop me from loving because I might be afraid. I'm never afraid. I jump off the bridge. That's how much confidence I have. I go in the deep end with things. I don't let people stop me. Siobhan, don't go down that dirt road. Everybody went down there, they didn't survive. I'm not y'all. Y'all went down there in fear. I'm not gonna go down there in fear. I'm gonna go down there with confidence. So if God said, go down that pathway, I'm gone. Bye. See you. And then if you see me passing, oh, she made it. Now y'all gonna be like, hey, she made it. I think we're gonna go down there. You can't go into an open door with scaredness on your side. You will be always afraid to move forward. I can't move forward because I want to. What you think they're gonna feel? You know what they're gonna feel like. If you wait for other people to feel for you, you will never make your destinies. You will never be able to heal. You will never be able to move forward. You will never be able to even prosper in life. You'll prosper just enough to be satisfied with, but then that's gonna wear thin after a while. You got to heal. Healing might hurt, but growth always gonna hurt you because you got to empty out what was instilled in you, what you were brainwashed to do, what you were brainwashed or taught to be, or what to use. Females, cricket is the ATM machine. I would never give her up for no ATM machine. Ain't that much money in this world for me. I would never. I'll go to work first. I'll work, flip a burger first before I go out here and let some men pump on me and then go around. Oh, it's a trick around the corner. I do have a reputation. No matter how much people try to ruin my image, that's cool. But I know who I am. And a lot of people fall flat on their face because they worry about what other people say about them. No, we don't do that. You don't have BP. You don't have a borderline personality. You have a better personality. Get out of your bitterness and get better. Stand up on that pain. Put that pain under your feet and get better. Every day you wake up and get better. Every day you cut people out your life. Every day you stop people from coming. Negative people, I don't care who it is. Your dog can be vicious. If he want to bite, you'll put him in a dog pound, or would you keep him? I mean, he will go fast with me. Oh, he got to go. I don't care if it's your children, your grown children. Anyways, you don't supposed to be dragging your grown children. Miss Candace, hi. Daddy pick fingers. Much love, baby. How you doing? I gotta get my nails done. How you doing? They growing too long. Yes, there go my pink hands. Yes. How y'all doing today? I'm sorry, I was in the zone. I was going to get it. I wrote so many notes today, Miss Candace. I was thinking how we're gonna make the work make souls better. Excuse me, because my camera, I got to get some more light. My lights are dim. But yeah, I just want to make it better, positive. If you go and if you get money for going to therapy, like a lot of people in the military now, they really need therapy because them people done been through, not all of them, but majority of them. And if you got to get paid and you got to go to therapy, honey, get the paper, go to therapy, talk to them. I don't care what you do. If that's what it requires, honey, be at it. Go for it. Hey, I got to sit in what therapy? Yeah, what's up? You crazy today? I am crazy. I'm out of my mind. Checkmate. Period. But I can't do something like that. I mean, I couldn't even do the military. They'll shoot me real quick. So I'll be like, what we doing? Be a foot soldier like crazy. But yeah, but yeah, a lot of people are misunderstood. You're not crazy, you're broken. And a lot of parents make their children feel like they're crazy. No, the parent is crazy. I done seen a lot of abuse. I had a family member and she had called me and she was like, I'm being abused. And I was like, what you mean you're being abused? And she was like, my grandma is mean to me. I was like, what you mean mean to you? And she yells at me, she tell me I'm fat, I ain't no good. And I was like, oh no. I was like, well, I tell you what, record her. And I got her phone or whatever. She tried to take her phone. I said, baby, you can't take her phone. I pay for that. Now, what is she doing where you want to take her phone? She was trying to take her phone from her so nobody won't know how she was treating them children in the house. So I told my baby cakes, I'm not going to say, but baby cakes, I said, put it in your back pocket and record her. Honey, what I heard, I said, put her on the phone. See, I'm one of them bold ones. I don't play with you. You told her you're going to break her neck? I mean, this is how violent it can be in homes when nobody knows what's going on, when nobody actually, do the work and seeing how these children are being mistreated. So I called social service and everything. I said, what are y'all doing in your offices? Just looking cute, going around throwing your titles. I said, do you know it's a lot of children out here suffering? I said, if you ain't signed up to do your job, then you need to go ahead and resign and let somebody else get that spot that will do the job. So, they get a little aggravated with me. But when it comes to a soul in an innocent child, I got a problem with that. So I got on the phone with the adult and she got a little slick. I was like, oh, you slick, right? I said, let me let you hear yourself. I played the video back to her. She got real quiet. I said, now that man you going with, if he told you he would break your neck, how would you feel? Oh, that ain't fair. I said, it's a lot of fair. This is a child you've been talking to, or children. She got two children you've been talking to, and you sitting up there telling them that this is your house and they got to go by your rules. And the little child was like, you aggravate me. You're too loud. You're screaming at me. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I told her, no, 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 baby girl. I said, you might be a certain age in the flesh, but you a broken woman in the spirit. I said, but I'm going to get your spirit right. So I told her I was going to tell. I said, you ain't got to worry about me hiding. I'm going to be upfront. You're breaking those kids down. Now, the children back with the parents. No paperwork been switched over, nothing been nothing. I'm just being patient with it, just seeing if something happened because it's going to be a problem. I do not play when it comes to adults that is not healed. See, a lot of people are not worthy of authority. Everybody ain't good with authority, like over kids. You got to be really patient, stern. You got to chastise them. You got to know how to chastise them. You got to, you can't spare the rod because if you spoil a child, you can raise a whole demon that's going to flip on you in the long run. no matter what. But I don't play about kids because I was a broken kid. I was a kid left in the middle of the deep blue sea without a boat, a life jacket, or nothing. But who brought me to shore? Heavenly Father. Everybody be like, what church you go to? None. I don't play with these pastors. These pastors are celebrity. They are out for the money, filthy lucre. The Heavenly Father house supposed to be the house of prayer. When you go in there, you're supposed to be hollering and screaming, whatever on your heart. It's supposed to be the house of prayer, not the house of entertainment. The church of Laodicea. See, I read my word real hard. I read it real hard. So if it ain't in the word, I ain't got nothing to do with it on this physical realm. But I don't, I let God do his due when it come to the church, because the church is getting judged real bad. That's why I said get into secret. Read your word. It took me a lot to understand reading the word. I was like, oh my goodness, what I'm reading this for? Because I never knew God. I never knew Yeshua. I never was introduced to it. If I went to the church, they were like the streets. I'm like, I'm going to turn up in this church. I don't fall into churches before. It's a lot of whoremongering. Had my husband, whoremongering my husband. No, not in my face. Beat him up in the church. And church was going to hell anyway. He said, throw me right out the church. Get out. Get out the church. Godly, I get kicked out the church. Man, I done been through some stuff. But y'all, I love y'all. I do, I do, I do. And I just want y'all to know you're not crazy. And I will help many as possible. I am not here to condemn no one. I'm not here to judge no one. I'm not here to point the finger at no one. I know how it feels to be on the bottom and you feeling like you the tail and not the head. I know how I feel to get your innocence taken away from you. I know how I feel to be on the back burner and all the wicked is on the front burner. Well, guess what? The first shall be last and the last shall be first. And we ain't no forces to be reckoned with, because it's a lot of sorrow. A lot of us thought that, this physical world, they got degrees. Degrees is nothing but to get you a career, to get a high paying job. It ain't got nothing to do with your character, ain't got nothing to do with their heart. You see, they smoke cigarettes, they do drugs, they have prostitutes, they do it all. They are in the sinful world just like everybody else. That's why I said stop looking up to this physical stuff. It's vanity. All is vanity. The only thing don't perish is your souls. And I am very, very concerned about your souls. And I do not play about them, because God didn't play about mine. And he ain't gonna play about you. He ain't gonna play about none of us. So I'm just telling y'all this. I love y'all so much that I will lay myself out here to help you. I don't care. And I don't like talking, but you wouldn't be able to tell I don't like talking, because I'm going to tell y'all, every time I get on this camera, I'll be like, ooh, because I like silence. I'm very comfortable in silence. That's why I say if I get a husband, I hope he likes silence. Because some days I'll be in my music, be in my ear, and I'll be in a whole nother world, just loving myself. Because you will not be able to love anybody until you know God, until you know to love yourself. And then you can love thy neighbor as you love yourself. That's why if they don't love themselves, they're not going to be able to love you. Even if you get in a toxic relationship, you're not going to be able to get that proper love, because they're unhealed and you can't heal them. They got to go deep down in the bosom of who hurt them. Not you didn't hurt them. So if you didn't hurt them, you should not be able to take them darks or them daggers that they're throwing at you. It's not fair. So don't never allow anyone to come in your life. That's why I say get the healing you deserve. Go to Heavenly Father in secret. Pray, read the word, learn some stuff so you can stand strong spiritually. So when Satan attack you on this outside, inside, what do the words say? Greater is he that's in you than this little dusty, raggedy, rogue bread of Satan in this world. You feel me? We hate him. I do. But anyways, I love y'all. I do, I do, I do, I do. We got to clear out the noise. And if you got loved ones that need help, don't be afraid to help them. Don't submit the lies, submit the truth. A lot of people are delusional because they turn over the reprobated minds, because they don't know. They don't have the support. They don't have all that stuff. People look for this for real. Who gonna support me? Is you support me because you love me, or you support me because you got lust after me? What you want me for? So you got to ask questions. What you want me for? because I got materialistic things, or you just want to love me because you want to love me. You want to understand the chemistry of love, or you want to understand the chemistry of lust. And don't be in competition. If you're spiritual and you up against these women or men that's carnal minded, no, no, you don't be in competition with the natural world, because witches and warlocks is what? They're carnal. So you're gonna fight somebody that got a Jezebel or Delilah spirit on them. You're not gonna win, because you always hear these narcs or these self-aware narcs tell you they only in it for a little bit, then they gotta go. Because you know why? Them demons gotta eat. Them demons got to get attention. So if them demons breaking you down, or that person that come in your life breaking you down, is because that person is unhealed. You cannot be in competition with a person that's unhealed and you're healed. Now, if you're healed and they heal, that'll be a powerful connection. They might don't have the gifts you got, and you might don't have the gifts they got. But if you bring them gifts together, y'all will be a power couple. Yes, you will. I know it. I mean, y'all not both gonna be equal in gifts. But what your husband don't got, if y'all married, what your husband don't got, you may get. Y'all, if y'all unbelievers, then y'all need to get it together and become believers together. If the husband don't pray, wife, you start praying. You start bringing God into the building. I don't care how much Satan say, I want to hear it, I want to hear it. You're gonna hear God today. You're going to read this word with me today. I'm going to pray for you today, regardless if you get mad or not. Because now you know your prayers are working, because you're aggravating that demon. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't just all about laying down. Pray for one another. Learn how to come together. If he ain't there yet, you get prayer in to get him there. You unbelievers. But if you believers, these believers are unbelievers, because I ain't never seen a bunch of believers that don't understand. That's why I don't mess with the church. I'm just so sorry. I don't mess with it, because it's too much arrogancy, and it's too many nonchalant, and it's too much control, religious foolishness, religious spiritual manipulators. That's all they are, manipulators. Listen, kill out the noise. Kill out the noise. Those voices you hear, you were tormented as a kid. Those are your childhood demons that's still following you. Kill out the noise. MPD. No more personal demons. I'm going to fight whatever's attached to me. And if Satan wants it, Satan can get it. That's how you stand up to him. What? When you hear something negative, what? That's how I do when I hear something negative. What? What you trying to do? Because believe me, that flesh will try to talk back. You shut your flesh up. I don't want you. You just my jacket. You're just my meat suit. You got to look at it like that. You got to talk to yourself. I do. I'd be like, if something negative, what? You ain't eating nothing today. You starving. You have to starve your flesh and get into your spirit. Listen, y'all, I gotta tell y'all this. If you married. And if you ain't married and you ain't made crossed over yet, don't go it. This, y'all, this right here, this in Target. And don't come with me, Target. Listen, I'm going in the store buying me some stuff. This right here, this is Girl Scout peanut butter cookie. Y'all, if you got a husband, yeah, put this on your body. Woo! You probably have holes in your flesh. Y'all, this right here, the lemon, this is Girl Scout cookie smell. This right here, y'all, great cookie. I sprayed on myself. Woo! I told a little old lady today in the store, I said, man, I'm going to find me a husband one way or another. With this right here, man, ooh, where's she at? Where's she at? You heard me, y'all. I love smell goods, y'all. I'm telling y'all, go try that. They got mint chocolate chip. They got the coconut stuff. Oh, baby, this one right here, though. I got 3 bottles of this, and I brought me a new one today. Woo! Let me tell you something. Y'all better get it. Y'all better get it if you got a husband. If you ain't got a husband, keep your legs closed. We ain't giving out. We ain't giving no more cookies. We ain't let nobody borrow our oven no more. I'm almost 6 years in. Man, I tell you what, that is a celebration on a high heel. You heard me. Heavenly Father did the work on this one right here. Woo. But y'all, I gotta go. I love Miss Candace. Nice seeing you. I love you all. I love y'all all so much. I gotta go. Time to go. My hour is about up. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night. I had a good day today, y'all. I had a real power day. Like I had so much going on, and good stuff. My vibe been real high today, and I just want to share it with y'all. If y'all see me smiling, I'm just smiling because I'm a joyful person, anyways. But I just love y'all so much, and y'all keep the peace. So anybody try to tell you you ain't good enough, you tell them you ain't good enough for me. It ain't me ain't good enough for you. You ain't good enough for me. Watch out now. I'm telling you. I don't care if you're 5,000 pounds. Somebody will love you for you. You ain't got to worry about no meat suit. And if they come raw, if I was 5,000 pounds, I'm just exaggerating a little bit. I'll roll right over him and crush him. What happened to him? I just rolled over and I didn't know he was. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night. Have a great night. And if you got kids, what we do? We love them. We protect them. Good night, beautiful. You too. You too. I love the little heart, and you already know about them pink hands. You ain't forget, did you? I love them pink hands. I love y'all, and y'all be great. And if you got children, give them much love for me and much power. Protection is what they need.